Hey, what's up? The Torment should be tonight too. So I can try doing the Torment. Final Fantasy VIII is actually on Tuesday. I do believe that the event is tomorrow, which would make the Torment today. That's according to the data mine timestamps, though. I don't have any basis to say that otherwise. Might be completely wrong. Honestly, I hope I am. I'd prefer if it were Thursday event and Wednesday Torment. You know why? Because then I wouldn't have to do an event preview. I am friggin' tired. Yeah, I switched to Earth dailies. I do like this banner. I'm going to talk about it as soon as it launches. Just not for me. My lightning is wonderful. It's wonderful and strong, and thank goodness. Yeah, Torment is here. All right, let's take a look at this banner. First off, we have an arcane for one of the best lightning mages in the game. That's obviously a good thing. Witch gets 6-star abilities, and they're insanely powerful. And because of who Shantoto is and what her dive is, it's even more powerful in her hands. She gets really nutty once that 6-star witch ability comes out. Prompto's chain is really good because Prompto is different from a character like Garnet or Galoof that can contribute with their abilities in a support role. What Prompto can do on a mage team is just bring Spark Offering, or eventually the 6-star Machinist Offering, which is a 50% chance to apply a 10% imperil. So what Prompto does is literally just stands there in chains and imperils the entire fight and makes everybody on your team do a ton of damage. So he's good on both kinds of teams. And what's crazy is that also on this banner is Garnet's chain, who's also really good for... There's no lightning 6-star, well, then he can use 5-star. He's really good at imperiling. That's the important part, because his Legend Materia 2 is a chance to Minor Imperil, and he has a 25% chance to dual cast, and the Minor Imperil Legend Materia can have a chance to be inflicted, you know, 2 different times. Even dual casts. So what he does is he sits there and he dual casts Spark Offering. Doesn't have to deal damage to contribute damage to the team. Kane's USB 2 is it's fine. Yeah, Ignis BSB is really good. It's kind of like a party buffing version of Shulk. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not really a big fan of this. It doesn't seem to do a whole lot. It gives you a Brave command. Garnet's Chain is obviously extremely good. It's also plus lightning armor. Light armor. Great stuff. She can fit on a physical or a magical team. Obviously prefers a magical team with the plus 50% magic, but she works both ways. No, I'm not pulling. I'll explain why once I get to the end of the banner. Shantota's USB is what makes her such a sickening witch. She ability doubles witch. It's just crazy where she can go with this, and even the 5-star witch ability. She's extremely good. And then throw in the 6-star, and then even better. Her glint. Don't really care for the glint. Prompto's BSB is an instant way for him to inflict damage. So that's actually useful. Because it's kind of like his fight finisher. Even if you don't ever intend to use it for its attack and defense debuff, it is instant lightning damage. So that's a good way for him to spend bar. A lot of people with chains don't have a good way, because you don't want to recast, especially the Generation 2 chains, you don't want to recast them until the right time. So sometimes you need to get rid of soul break points, and this is a great way for a Prompto to do it. Ignis's BSB is really fun. What's really nice about this is it's haste all allies as well as an attack and resistance buff. That right there is good for the Torment, and it can be used outside the Torment as well. But the fun part about Ignis's BSB is this. Using his cooking skills, he can make a character do some pretty crazy things. By giving them crit rate, crit damage, and instant cast for as long as Ignis can support it. So, what's nice about this is it plugs up a party spot. As long as the buffs that he provides to another party member are impactful enough to make up for that slot, then that's one less slot that you needed for generating damage. Shulk's BSB is instant damage for her. We'll see how useful this is. It wasn't very useful on Kraken because it's random target. But The 5-star Magicite's a single target, so maybe it does something. I don't know. We'll see. It's a plus lightning spear. I think that's the only plus lightning weapon on the banner. Yeah, it is. So it's got that going for it, and I know somebody on the banner that can use plus lightning spears. Can Prompto? Well, anyway, Ignis can. And Kane. Kane's the important one. Aphmau's BSB is pretty light on healing, but at least it's a magic buff. It does provide her with something to cast during a fight while she's USBing. I still use it sometimes, but a lot less often than I used to, because it's just often just makes more sense to recast her USB instead. And I'm not sure I would use this by itself. It's pretty weak by itself. So, not too thrilled to see this one on the banner. Illimar for Shantou. It's her Illimar 2, Star Bell with then Lightning. Pretty decent for her. Yeah, eventually we're going to be getting a new 5-star witch ability that's like the 4-star one. No, I would say it's not, Alistair. We're going to be getting a new 5-star witch ability. It depends, Alistair. If you don't have a chain, then you're probably not going to be capping on those witch abilities. So what you would want to do is rack up 750 soul break points for 3 bars. Glint for those 2 charges of quick cast, and then USB. So you've quickened up your USB cast. That plus damage that you're going to get from the glint will probably be useful if you don't have a chain. If you do have a chain, you're probably wasting your time and soul break points by getting this. But this might be useful for her without a chain. Oh yeah, anyway. New 5-star witch ability coming. That's exactly like our 4-star, but just stronger. I think it's 3 hits and a higher multiplier that provide quick cast. It's a great fight starter. And if she can start out with Lightning to help that out, then shit, why not? She'd prefer to use her trance and chance to triple cast, of course, but hey. You may not have her Illimar one. Prompto, I talked about this already for his chain. 25% chance to dual cast machinist abilities. A very, very good, you know, a lot of dual cast Legend Materia are really good, but this one's particularly good because of the ability to double proc Minor Imperils. Ignis starting out with 3 charges of quick cast is really good for any support utility character. And I don't really care for Garnet's Illimar 2. Though I suppose on a physical team, she could be in a position to actually spam Bard abilities. Because she's not going to be using Valley Garmanda anymore. And that's the difference. Is on a magical team, she has the option to use Valley Garmanda for lightning. And it makes a lot of sense for her to do that, because she has a lot of plus summoning damage on her dive and stuff. And if you use her on a physical team, she's much more likely to be using Bard abilities. So maybe this is actually useful for her if you're running her as a single chain. So there's very few, you know, real misses on the banner. It's good, good. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Good, really good. Really good. It's alright, but you're definitely pulling on this banner hoping to get those chains. But at least getting Shantou's Glint would be A consolation prize. That's fine for Prompto. That's good. Fine if you don't have lightning weapons. Eh. It's okay. Good. Good. And eh. There's a few. But anyway, I do like the banner a lot. The entire 6-star section is extremely good. It's got, you know, physical Gen 2, magical Gen 2. This is the only kind of if, and I would actually have a whole lot of use for this since I have Kane's Chain 1. Or his chain. But I only have his BSB to use otherwise. So it would actually be pretty good. The problem I have with the banner is that I do have Kane's Chain and I have Garnet's Chain. So that kind of takes away a whole lot of the reason to pull on this banner. Axenberg, is Prompto's LMR in the next Final Fantasy 10 or 15 event? If I wasn't... Like, lightning's probably my strongest element, and that's why I'm not pulling here. Long story short. As much as I would like little gems like Ignis BSB and LMR. It depends, Axenberg, really. On what other things do you have. But, I don't know. Honestly, if I only had one chain, if I only had Garnet's Chain, I'd probably be wary of this banner. As long as I had a strong Lightning Mage, which I do in Ash. I think that's all it's going to take. Ash, Chain, and fill in the blanks from there to... to rock it pretty hard. If I didn't have a single Lightning Mage, I'd probably be looking to this, yeah. Then again, Ash's USB does show up in the next Final Fantasy 12 event. Because of course it does. Congratulations, Sham. Alright, let's do this Torment thing. Did we get our new abilities? Yeah. Flash Disaster. I actually like that more than Quick Disaster. They finally did us right for once. I don't really care for calling thief abilities assault. I think they overused that word. They should have kept up the revenge motif. Because Thief's Revenge is the non-elemental version of these. And because they're drain strikes, you use them in response, you know, to refill the life that you lost. It makes revenge just makes sense. Alright, my splendid Final Fantasy IV. My best character here is Edward, and he's actually really good. But his USB doesn't do a whole lot if you don't have any mages to use it with. And I don't. I think the best soul break that I have for a mage is probably Fusoya's Imperiled Dark Super Soul Break. Yep. That's it. That's the best. What's up, Hammer Time? What are your thoughts on Shantoto with multicast LMR and ASP? Should I pull again for USB? You could probably just run her with that. If that's the only relic you're interested in, then no. Yeah, you do have Garnet's Chain, so... Probably not worth pulling for. We're going to use Sayador, because he can at least take advantage of Edward's BSB in peril. I don't think it does. Even if I don't have a soul break for Sayador. Cecil's BSB1 has only 6 more attack with synergy than Celeste's Ice Sword. Pretty sorry state of affairs in Final Fantasy IV. Hi. If it's a Final Fantasy XI event, I would expect it not to change. Unless we don't get the event. This time, the last Final Fantasy XI event was the Japanese, like, 20th anniversary of Final Fantasy XI. It was pretty unlikely that we were going to get that. But the next one I don't think is tied to anything. So... we'll probably get that, right? I think so. Oh god, I forget that you can't wear light armor. What the hell is your problem, Edward? I do not know. Yeah, I don't know anything about that 11 event. Other than that maybe finally being the place that we get Ayame's USB. Alright, what kind of damage does this boss do? Physical, water, earth, fire, piercing, earth. Piercing earth, piercing earth, piercing earth, piercing earth. Alright, earth banner, or earth damage. And dark. Phase 4 is a lot of dark damage as well as earth damage. And 5. Yeah, earth pickup banner. That's my hope that we get it. Is there anyone really worth using this on? I don't think so. Half price? No, pickup banners are never half price. Yes, Earth Pickup came out with 5-star Magicite for JP. Sucks to hear that, Andrew. Oh well. Oh no, they're gonna make me go for it? Yeah. So gonna be all the way at the bottom too. We need Agrius's RM here. 40% increased night damage. Holy Knight's Muse. There are some status effects in the fight. We'll use Unicorn. Use a single Lightning Empower for Kane, and then 2 Evrays, and... No, just 1 Evray. We can get away with just 1. Then we'll dampen Dark and Earth. Let's get some resistance accessories. So there's also water damage, fire damage, and dark damage. So let's check our multi-elementals. Fire and Earth, I get 2 Tetra Elementals for Final Fantasy VII. Inferno Bangle, Final Fantasy XIV, is a Fire and Earth. Also. Brine Deep Shard is water and dark. I'm gonna stick with Earth. Who am I least concerned with? Probably Cecil. He probably has a ton of health. Well, the pickup is completely physical. So not even that. The World of Final Fantasy banner that we may not even get. Alright, slot-based stuff. Party member in slot 3, 35% current HP damage, auto-hit paralyze. So, well, Unicorn's not going to stop that, so I need to bring Ultra Cure. Yeah, we got 1 banner. It was a festival banner, so there's no real excuse for missing it. But if you decided not to do it, then yeah, that was it. Until next festival. You can miss the important relics on another banner, too. Yes, Edward's USB is a Heiska. It is also plus magic, defense, and resistance. Oh, mind and resistance. Two things that will not have, you know, or three things that I have no need for on this team, so I will not be using it. This is a physical team. Okay, so party member 3 is going to get paralyzed. We'll make that Edward. Party members 3, 4, and 5 take a lot of physical damage. But there's no way I would spend 500 soul break points on Edward's USB for haste. That's all it provides. Yeah, beefy little dude, huh? Slots 1, 3, and 5 are the ones that take fire damage. So now that I got my slots down... I know who to put those dual resists on. So, Edward. Edward, Theodore, and Kane. Slot 1 is going to die in third phase. 99,999 piercing, ranged overflow, physical dark damage, and Nora's blink. You just die. And that's why I have Edward up there, because he's not going to matter much at that point. I'll make sure to recast his BSB, and then that'll be it. Oh, God. You got a 3-person paralyze in phase 3 and 4. On the second turn on each of them. Yeah, right. You can do the cane jump. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if I need it for the sub 30. Because that's something you have to actually time. And I don't want to if I don't have to. Something I would certainly have to on the highest difficulty, but I'm not going to be doing the highest difficulty. So let's hope. Yeah, I don't know what to do with a friggin' paralyze. Can Astra the first one, but... Maybe I can magic blink it. I can blink it. Yeah, alright. Done deal then. Nope. Yes, Ryder. Take a look at his dive. It goes together perfectly with this chain. Oh, why did I Cyclone Bolt again? That was a lot of damage. Yeah, that's what I get for not having Protect go up. Even on the lowest difficulty, that's 723% physical damage. I may have to switch Protect onto Sayador. Shit. Alright, well, I'm just gonna fix the problem now. Yeah, if I had Pelham's USB, this would be an Edward USB, Pelham USB show. Ouch. Shit. Well, we didn't magical blink the thing that I wanted to, but we needed the magical blink when I did it. You're dead. Well, there we go. So how do we get Cecil to survive? Cecil survives, we're fine. Because the timing should actually work out. The blink should take care of the thing that it needs to take care of. No, it's not. It's turn 2 or 3 of a phase. Kane only has BSB and Chain, and I don't want to cast the Chain. That can be his finisher. It's a good dive. Spellblade Sphere? Yeah, that's all I use for. Just so happens that that is good enough. Maybe, Mike. It's a possibility. It'll probably be what I have to end up doing on D280. Okay, well, Sayador cannot survive that with the Assault Saber debuff, so we're going to have Sayador chain on second turn so he doesn't kill himself. That does require having his BSB, though. Okay. Fuck. Seems like we're gonna have to... Rose is just doing what all women are supposed to. Give their lives for their men. Was that a good enough reason? All the more reason to make up for the deficit. Oops. I accidentally won. Well, not quite. It can be, but not in my hands. And honestly, that's why I'm probably gonna have to run D280 is use Kane's BSB and then use his chain as a finisher. And we're definitely using Serador as a healer. There's no way I'm surviving this for difficulty without it. Partial dives are fine. Honestly, Unless they're truly atrocious, even full dives. Rosa's full dive is truly atrocious. But it still might be worth doing. Because of the stats. It's about the stats, it's not about the legend materia. If you have to do it, you have to do it. Though first I'd use crystal waters. Probably VV's USB. Yeah, Riku's dive is really good. Unless you mean RIKKU. Her dive isn't. But still probably worth using because of the stats. Oh. Shit. I guess I'll chain with Kane. Kane chain. When's that USB select? In 3 days. Should be October 5th. We have the banner mined. That's it. Oh no, we have more than that. Yeah. We have the date on... The date is on the announcement, I believe. We don't know. Go raw. Look how grateful Edward is for this high regen. He's just gonna sap it off himself. Okay. Fudgicles. Rosa, why the hell can't you stay alive? Not really, Hugh. No. Because that costs 500 soul break points to use a chain that is worse than the realm chain. So I guess we'll unicorn with somebody else. So we need a heal that turn from Sayador. Edward, I guess? Did I just shell for a second time? Oh, that's not good. Because that full break actually does something. I don't think I have any dual casts on this team. Rosa doesn't even have one. She doesn't get her dual cast until 4th anniversary. Ugh, this is really bad. Final Fantasy IV is probably my worst realm. Main realm. Yeah. Jesus. So slow. We've got to try to survive with Sayador being a damage dealer. Or bringing in some outside help. Beatrix comes to mind. Ash, huh? Honestly, I could just use a better healer. Let's try that. Bring Sayador back as an attacker. Hello. Konbanwa. It's interesting seeing that written in katakana. I don't even have 3-star dive on Sayador. That would help. See how things change. See if we can trigger that trance mode. Alright, have a nice night, Crowbar. What the fuck just happened? Why did Eiko's turn come so late? So late. It's not gonna be in time. Oh, right. Thunder God mode. This is a huge waste, but the run's over anyway, so might as well see where it goes. Still doesn't work. Oh, Xehanort still has Curada equipped. Oops. It only gives you one stack, like all physical blanks. To party and stuff like that. Hey Jimbo. It's rough. It's rough. I was fearing this Torment. No, there isn't that much water damage in the fight. There's no way for me to say that. Alright, well, first things first, we're going to need to dodge the instant kill mechanic. Oops. I had lightning resist on Eiko, but it's not like it mattered. She was not the problem. Feel a lot better about this. More symmetrical too. Can't go wrong. Oh, come on. Let's see if we can manage to get this off. That is unruly. He had a full cast bar. Chain 1, then Soul Break. Well, I guess we can Shell Gone first turn. Oh, fucking still have Kurata equipped. You mean Last Stand? No, you can't do that. You just die. Nice, congratulations. Does Edward survive this next attack? Oh, you did. Eiko, you need to take more damage. God, she's got to be right on the edge of trance. Fuck. So we reduce our defense a little bit. Play a... live on the edge. God, I'm so glad I don't understand what he's saying. I'm pretty sure. It's backseating. No, please. I said I don't want to know. What do you mean, denied? seriously? Come on! How is Eiko not below 20% health? This has to do it. I like it. I was thinking of giving it a try on Zack in the Final Fantasy VII Torment after this. There we go. This is way too long to go without an attack buff. Team just doesn't have the damage output. I'm gonna need to take a different route. I really hate it. That is a different ability, Rainmaker. That is, that sounds like one of the new Thief Assault abilities. How much damage are you gonna do, Kane? Not enough. Okay. 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 Well, it is named Flash Disaster. And it's not ass. I like it. Gau's USB is its ability double celerity. So, good. Because there's some pretty good celerity abilities. Beatrix, carry me to victory, if you can. Oh no, he definitely does Hammer Time. He definitely does. You just trigger his trance before he starts healing himself. Like while he's using Flash Disaster to generate Soul Break points. Or Mug Bloodlust. Or Dash and Slash. Oh no. No, 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 no. Cecil gets put on derp duty this time. The only thing Beatrix is exploiting here is that that Imperil. Hopefully it makes a difference. Things I'm not sure I can think of another good place to pick up a lightning chain. Beatrix and Eiko. It's Final Fantasy IX Torment in here. Holy Imperils. Beatrix. Gonna have to do more than this. Oh, I should have waited for this. Definitely. Like, Beatrix getting her USB off is a pretty important part of the amount of damage output this team has. Pickup banners aren't attached to events. Asher. Protecka, Shelga, and Valagramanda. I don't use Bard abilities on her very often. At all. I haven't used it all yet. I never used Edward's BSB. It's doing slightly more damage than Sayador. But it's not enough. I got another team I want to try. It's a little bit of a departure. hell of a lot closer than I got before. But, you know, what they say about horseshoes and hand grenades. Oh no, Edward, you're coming back. Hallam, you're in. Ash. Hallam, what can you do? Nothing else. That is it. I'll think about it. Alright, I like the spot Aiko's in. It trances her. Yes, hammer time. The future 6-star summons do not do anything. Better question to ask yourself would be does getting Chain Faraja and Chain Stoneja make Meltdown bad? If he allows you to beat content that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to do, yes. His USB 2 is pretty crazy. What's up, Blender? Exactly. The 5 hits are better for single element. There's no doubt about that. But you can only make so many of these abilities. The more 6 stars, the merrier. We're missing some pretty important shit on this team. Yeah, they're really good, Rainmaker. Why? I don't think I can run this without Protectka. How do I fit Protectka? Lunar Ifrit shares an element with Valley Garmenda. No, I like the new summons. Because there's only so many 6-star abilities, so having people that are able to use summons and take up those abilities is really nice. The extra soul break points is always important. The high multiplier is really nice, and you know, you're not always capping on these 5-hit abilities, so the 4-hit isn't that much of a hindrance. Oh, right, it goes... right. I've been using Edward's BSB for so long, I didn't, or forgot, that I was getting a haste. I don't know, does he help you defeat any content, Mr. the Kid? It's just a plus attack dive. And he does extra damage, which is pretty nice. I'll probably dive him here. Screw it. No, I won't. Because I think I can use Garnet as my chain for both Magicites. Valley Garmenda is my soul break point builder right now on Ash. Blender, you've been so forward with me. Yeah, Kane's not going to do a lot of damage in this fight. He didn't have any attack. And he won't unless I dive him. If you have Pelham's USB, then, well, obviously, Max Rage. It's not like that's a bad thing. Oh, why am I casting the chain? There's no reason to cast a chain in this fight. The realm chain. Robert, this is Final Fantasy IV. The Realm Chain is not going to boost Ash's damage output. Unless Final Fantasy XII invaded another game. They retconned in that Final Fantasy XII is the same world as Final Fantasy IV. That's why I specified the Realm Chain was the one that I didn't want to cast, which is what I was casting before I reset the game. Palom's dead. No. That was the joke I was making, Mex, because they're not the same worlds. Final Fantasy Tactics and Final Fantasy XII are different worlds. They retconned in that Final Fantasy XII is the same world as Final Fantasy Tactics, which I don't accept. Fuck them. Because it doesn't make any sense. We'll dive, Palom. Fire? Probably not, because you need the witch abilities, right? Yeah. So, ice. Yeah, but not fire. Are there fire witch abilities? Were there any release that I missed? Because that's pretty possible. But ice, sure. Yeah. Definitely. No, Vagrant Story was just worse. What's up, Mattias? Ethnic cleansing in one of 3 versions of Ivalice. No, I'm not legend diving, Palom. I'll 4-star him though. Weakness damage, man. Palom. My boy. I only have his LMR. I'm not... I'm not that crazy. Yeah, Palam's LMR. No, I will not be doing that. The Final Fantasy IV event is two very uninspiring banners. Palam still died. Fuck. $6,000 health, 281 defense. You don't do anything first turn. I'll just defend with him. I'm not gonna miss that 8,000 damage from the Chain Thandaja. See if I can get that defend off before the first attack. Get out of here, Blender. Good job. Misclicked. With the soft caps as low as they are, just use the elemental equip. Ash on a double casting spree. Alright, Ash, let's see what you can do. That's not bad. Yes! Wonder if I should glint. Probably not. No. You get 2 turns a high quick cast? No, definitely not. It's got Thunder God mode. Alright, what phase is this insta-death in? Phase 3, so we've entered it. Damn, Edward. I want to get this off again for the extra quick cast charges. What was the last action that Calcabrina made? We're actually just probably going to skip the insta-kill attack, aren't we? I'm going to try skipping it. Okay, Ultimate Lightning. Yeah, well, we're fine. God, yeah, we're fine. Did that trigger no one's last stand? Oh, cool. Stone press. Uh-oh. Kane's gonna die. Not before he gets some good damage off, though. Oh, I guess not. That was leftovers from the last phase. That's kind of funny. Yeah! The Ash Show. This is why I'm not that scared of the Water Magicite. Because that, with Garnet's Chain, holy shit. I was close. I could optimize that a little bit. But it still would have been a close fight. Thank you, Ash, for carrying me through probably one of my worst torments. I am too, Jimbo. Finally get a chance to use my strongest toys on something other than... Kraken is not up to the task. Did I beat Quetz yet? No, I haven't. I hate that fight. I hate that fight so much. I could beat that fight if I Legend Dive Sync, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, if I take Vivi in 3 days, it's going to be Ash, Garnet, and Vivi for me. Yeah, Vivi is my top choice at the moment. Other top choices, Renoa USB 1, but I don't want to take anything from Final Fantasy VIII, honestly. Well, if Palom ends up being there, then Palom is a snap call. Gimme. Won't even have time to register on the stream. It'll automatically be in my inventory, because my client knows what I want. I just don't expect Palums to be there, so that's why I say VV. Oh, that's why I say VV, because I don't want people. I want to get people's hopes up. The Palom will be there. Yeah, I will, Jimbo. My magical water team is probably going to be made up of Tidus and Vivi. Two people that don't belong there. It would be fine. It wouldn't do me a whole lot of good in Magicite, because he kind of needs a chain. We just need an Earth chain. But if I have an Earth chain, then I don't need him anyway for Earth Magicite. But it would be really good for me in the Torment. But I'm probably going to be pulling on the Final Fantasy Tactics event that has his USB on it. Because it's a pretty good banner for me. Now I'm starting to psych myself out of the Final Fantasy X banner, though. Tidus's Brave mode is almost as bad as Kane's. And there's a pretty high likelihood I'm going to be pulling for Tidus's Awakening. Yeah. Sounds about right, Toshiro. I don't have Kamari's USB, but Tidus Chain and VV USB would be a good start. What else would I use? Onion Knight. Totally Onion Knight. He makes a good old mage. Then we need a healer. And then there's nobody on that team that does all that well with soul break points. Well, Tidus does, but it's all physical damage, so not really. If you've got the Hones to support it, sounds like a good call, Max. Take advantage of that Realm Chain. Yeah. He's definitely fine on that team with his magical USB, but the USB 3 would make it better, obviously. So, Healer, Onion Knight, Tidus, Vivi. And I don't want an Entruster. Do I? Unless I need the Entruster to keep up heals. That's probably what I should expect to have happen. But I would prefer to have someone in Shulk's slot here. Who could that be? Go-Go? Honestly, it might be my choice. The chain should be well stacked from Tidus, Vivi, and Onion Knight. All dual casting or triple casting. So Go-Go's burst command might actually deal decent damage. Don't have Strago's BSB. This is why Renoa's Glint is as good as it is. Because I could just say, oh, Renoa's a water mage now. Congratulations. Oh, Elfino. God, Elfino, man. Elfino can be whatever the hell he wants. I love Elfino, man. It's great. I should just dive him right now and try to sub 30 King Behemoth. Thanks, Strider. Have a good night. We would... No, this is a magical team. Barth is gonna do negative damage on this team. I am. It's a super soul break mechs. That's the real winner. No, Kevin, I'm almost certain that I'm going to have a sub 30 on at least one of the water magicite, and that's going to be my Arcana farming. I love playing my lightning teams too, so it's something I will not mind doing. Hopefully, I don't have to do it so much that I start hating my lightning teams. Gotta say, my appreciation for Onion Knight's magical USB is really shot up. Yeah, I know. It would have been for fun, Kevin. I still do need to kill some King Behemoths, because I'm running out of leveling room. And I need to get rid of these tickets. So there's going to be a lot of leveling to be done. So I need to do some more King Behemoth kills. He's level 87. Gonna need a new one soon. Then need a new one very soon after that. And you just get better with Lunar Leviathan over Ogopogo. And he's a White Mage 5? Oh, God, it's frigging spectacular. Alphino, thank you for coming back into my life. R5 Chain Waterga. Then give Vortex to Onion Knight. Meltdown as a placeholder. Sapphire Shot and Sapphire Blitz. Yes, Max, as well as Onion Knight's Arcane. On what, in my opinion, is the best banner of the festival. Yeah, it may not show up. They could take it off, but Onion Knight's Arcane at least will be there. Yep, that's the one, Max. Problem with Onion Knight is he very frequently has way too many soul break points. So even if the Arcane isn't going to, you know, cap or anything, it's still going to be a great way to spend a turn for him. Yep, I plan on pulling on the Onion Knight-ish solo banner, but that's it. Nothing more. You can take a look at the festival here. I don't go into polls or go into banners thinking of how many polls I'm going to spend on it. Nah, banner 1's terrible. I do have Ishtola dived. And thank goodness for Torments, because I don't feel bad about that dive anymore. That was a huge weight off my back. They never changed the rate for off banners. That is not what happened. The off-banner rate stayed the same. If you click on one of the banners on that page that I just linked, it'll show you an explanation of what actually occurred. And how they changed the banners. Banner 4 is strong, but it's a fire banner, and I just can't see myself pulling on a strict fire banner. See, even if you have, you know, okay or bad fire, you're going to be pulling on banners with fire on it. That's the whole thing about fire, is that you're going to get it, whether you want to or not. So going out of your way to go and get it, I generally don't advise that. Why? Why would you skip? God. It doesn't change anything. It makes the banner better. if you pull or don't pull on any of the banners in the next festival, and that thing that JP got is there, that shouldn't be your reason whether to pull or not. Oh, the fest ones don't include Super Soul Breaks? Thank you. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I will correct that. I'll do that right now. I'm gonna open a notepad. I'm gonna show you exactly what happened. Then you can decide. It's up to you. Yeah, that is the biggest reason. That's it. The instant that they saw a disco ball occur on the screen, they didn't know that if it was one of the 5-6 stars on the banner, or it was one of the burst soul breaks turned into a 6-star. So they get disappointed that they got a disco ball that wasn't originally on the banner, even though it was replacing a 5-star to begin with. So it betrayed their expectations, and that's the only reason. And which is hilarious, which is really, really hilarious. Because it's a complaint against the fact that it's ruining their endorphin rush. It's ruining their gambling addiction. That's what changed. And people complained about that. Yeah, but it's what, a 0.000000001% chance? Yeah, I did, Ricky. She's way too strong. She's way too strong. It was nice having Palom there with his LMR to cast Chain Thandaja. He did contribute a lot of damage. Okay, this is a little jury-rigged, but I'm not going to be doing this for long. Okay. So. Around when the next festival comes out, will be a Final Fantasy XII banner that has 6-star, 6-star, 6-star. We're gonna have to reduce the 6-star. Glint, Glint, BSB, LMR, 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 LMR. Can you see all that? No. With that. All right. So, this is the banner format to happen around the festival. That is 14%. And we get the last line? Yeah, we get the last line. And 86% is off banner. And 3 and 4-star. So, what happened is they changed the banner format for the festival. They made it better by taking 2% out of the 5-star section. That's only 12? Oh, shit. Let's use a different banner. That must have been after. All right, let's use the Final Fantasy X event. That's a good representative. Yeah, and this one's got 14. Okay, so 6 stars, 3 glints, two BSBs, and 4 LMRs. Now you can't see everything. Okay, that's good enough. So what happened in the festival, if we go to the first banner of the festival, that there are 5 6-stars and they all stay the same rate. So nothing about them was affected. There's 3 glints, all the same rate, nothing was affected. There's 1 BSB, stays the same rate, there's nothing affected. And there's 3 LMRs. So what they did for the first banner of the festival was removed these 2 and added the lucky pool. So, say you're playing roulette and it's got 100 slots on it. If that roulette ball landed in this 2%. Normally, it would have been either an LMR or a BSB. On this festival, it became the lucky pool, which if you landed in that 2%, then you have a chance that you could split this 2% into every single relic, Burst Soul Break and up, belonging to the people on the banner. So for the first banner of the festival has Tyro, Alara, Paladin Cecil, Edward, Ramza, and that's it. Those 5 characters, if you landed in this 2%, you got a lucky pool of Burst Soul Break Plus for those characters. And it could be an equal chance at any single one of those relics. There's two gripes. You can decide whether or not they're legitimate or not. One is, when you're playing a gacha game, you're usually doing it for the rush, the gambling, you know, and they know it. They know it. You're trying to get hits to feed your addiction. And when you hit inside the lucky pool, you don't know that you have until the relic arrives. So when you see a disco appear on the screen, you're like, well, this is the reason why I pulled on this banner. So I would like one of these, but what if it was Ramza's USB, which is not on this, inside this area right here, but it's inside this area? It betrays your expectations, and it kind of gets in the way of that. I find that to be an illegitimate criticism. Because I really could not care less about people who play this game to feed their gambling addiction. Those people need help. So another one would be whales. Pull on banners for new stuff. They don't want old stuff, which this lucky pool has, because it obviously is stuff that had to be previously released. Which, if you're the whaley of whale, then you already have an 8-star or more of it, right? So you don't care about that. The thing is, what changed? What changed for the whales? Absolutely nothing. Because this 2% lucky pool did not take away from new things that were going to be on the banner. All the new things that are going to be on the banner were in this area, this area. This did not change it at all. So whales were unaffected by the change. The last gripe, which might actually be legitimate, but kinda isn't, is that this banner format is barely better. It is better because it took away a BSB and it took away an LMR to add in a lucky pool. So for the lot of players in the game, this is better because this is a larger than 5% chance, oh shit, to get a 6-star. And there's probably other things that belong to these characters that we would also like. But it's really not that much better. And I guess that's the problem, is for a few festivals now, we've been stuck with the 5-6-star format. Even the event banners have 5-6 stars on them, so the festival's barely any better than the regular event banners. And people had expectations for the festival that this would be the time where we finally increase the format, because events are basically as good as festival banners at this point. So the format's better, but not better enough. Those are the 3 gripes that I can think of. That's a great way to solve the problem, Kevin. are one of the problems. And the fact that you don't know until it's revealed. So instead of getting excited for a disco and then realizing it wasn't a disco that you were looking for on the banner, you do know at the time that it appears that it's not going to betray your expectations. So, let's see if I can pull up the banner that I plan on pulling on. Banner 3. Give me 1 second while I get that prepped. The banner I plan on pulling on Banner 3 has Onion Knight, Ishtola, Cloud, Lightning. Oh, geez, and that's it. So we got, what, 4 characters here? Onion Knight's pool is terrible for me. I have both of his USB. Actually, it's not terrible. I could get his LMR. So that would be awesome. But for the most part, it's pretty bad. Because Onion Knight's relics, for the most part, are terrible. Blowback would be cool. Yeah, it's phase 3. Ishtola is legendary for how bad it is. Clouds. How would I feel about Clouds? I have a lot of things for Cloud. I can't think of many things for Cloud that I would actually want. Lightning ASB. Lightning has a pretty decent pool of stuff, but for the most part, that 2% is going to be filled with crap that I don't want. Do I care? Not the slightest, because what was going to be there? Well, Onion Knight's LMR could have been, but so there's no BSBs on this banner. So let's assume that a BSB was going to be in the place. What, Cloud BSB 2? Ishtola BSB, Onion Knight BSB, Lightning BSB. I don't give a shit about any of those. Thanks for taking that away and giving me a chance at a 6-star. If it was going to be Onion Knight's LMR 1, then screw you. Give me my old banner format back, but I really just don't care. It doesn't matter. It makes the banner better for the most part, because I'd rather have at least a shot at some of the 6-stars that I don't have here, like Lightning's ASB, Lightning's USB. It's better than having a shot at one of these characters' burst soul breaks. That's it. I don't have Cloud's LMR 1. I don't have his BSB 2. And Cloud USB 2 dupe would be amazing. I agree. I love that piece of armor. So when I see people say, "Oh, if the banner format's going to be like that, I'm not even going to pull on it." Well, fucking think about it first. At least wait for the banner information to realize, to see what the lucky pool is. What you shouldn't do is assume that the off-banner chance is increased, because it technically hasn't. It's the same, and the rate to get all the 6-stars on the banner, unchanged. They're not reduced. If the off-banner chance had risen, then rates for everything else on the banner would lower. All that happened was that a BSB or two was taken out, and that's it, and replaced. I don't think so, Falfarine. Because it hasn't been in any lucky pools since then. Would be nice if his LMR, his dark LMR was on. Wait a second, his dark LMR sucks, doesn't it? It's just a copy of the wind one. Chance to grant quick cast 1? Is it? I don't know. If it is, then that sucks. I hope it's not on the banner. I hope neither of those are on the banner. And I doubt they will be. What I mean by lucky is it's a pool. It's a large pool of relics with an even chance of getting any of them. And it's quite low. I mean, I'm not going to calculate how many relics Onion Knight, Ishtola, Cloud, and Lightning have, because there's quite a few. But you take all of those relics, and then you divide that 2% between all of them. So let's assume that there's 35 relics between them. Times 0.02? 0.7% chance. If there were 35 relics between all of them. Yeah. Well, it's Cloud, Lightning, Onion Knight, and Ishtola. I think Cloud and Lightning have, what, more than 25 between them? But it's BSB+, so it's not going to be that bad. So let's say 25. That doesn't even sound right. That calculation's wrong. Ignore that. $100 divided by 5. Whatever. Between a plus lightning weapon with 115 magic versus 663 without plus lightning, which does damage? Well, they both do damage. The better one would be determined by how many buffs you have. Soft cap is for magic is 1054, give or take a couple points. If your buffs, including Magicite and all that, get you into the vicinity of the soft cap, then 515 with plus lightning would be the better choice. I must have clicked on something. Alright, I'm done for the night. Just gonna do some dailies and I'm out of here. Congratulations to everyone who pulled good things on the banner. I do want to preview Final Fantasy IV, but I'll have to do that before the event tomorrow. So I'll do that before the event tomorrow. How about that? 4 o'clock. 2 hours before event time. Until then, I have a page with the preview on it. I even have a written analysis on the banner this time. We're moving up in the world. I've decided to put a greater concentration of my time on working on the website. Alright, have a good night, everybody. Shit! I did the Black Crystal daily. I was supposed to switch to Earth. It's not like Black Crystals are bad, but...